I'm Justin Davis, and this is Drone Camps RC.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Drone Camps channel. Today we're going to check out the Fingers Edition Toothpick from Diatone. It's the GTB229 edition. I'm going to run a 2S 450 milliamp battery. I'm going to suggest up to a 550 for you guys. It does have a 110 millimeter wheelbase on here, and it has special fingers on the bottom, which I'm going to show you in a second. It is a 2 millimeter bottom plate, unibody carbon. Check it out. There's the Shaka Bra. There is the devil horns, and there is the, yeah, that one. And also the, I guess that would be I love you hand gesture there. But pretty cool. I haven't seen a lot of reviews on this particular frame. It does have that familiar cube canopy on here, same one as the other one. It has the Runcam Nano 2, which is a pretty sweet camera. It also has a TBS Unified Pro 32. It's a 400 milliwatt VTX on there, and Mamba F411 with 13 amps ESCs. Plenty of dampening on here. It's a 16 by 16 stack, and we have the Gym Fan 65 millimeter props, the 1103 8500 kV motors on here with 4 bolts on the bottom holding those motors on. So let's go ahead and put it on the scale. We'll zero out the scale, and now we're going to go ahead and put the quad there. Just the components, no battery. We're at 52 grams. That's not too bad. Fairly light for a toothpick. Now let's go ahead and put the 2S450 on there, and that's 81 grams total takeoff weight. Not too bad. Let's go ahead now and do the FPV flight test, and let's get this little quad up in the air. We're going to try this on 2 and 3S. Now I'm running it on 200 milliwatt right now, and it's okay. I think you could reposition the dipole vertically and get a little bit better transmission. You can also crank up this TBS VTX up to about 400 milliwatt too. So if you're experiencing some breakup, this is a really high quality VTX on here. So in combination with the Runcam camera, it's the Runcam Nano 2. Really nice, especially on those nice days like this. This is one of the better micro cams out there. The Runcam 3 just came out. The Runcam Nano 3 is also finally available, and it's a much smaller even than the 2, but I'm liking the clarity on here. I'm also liking the props. These are those 65 millimeter props from Gym Fan. It's nice because they're just push on. There's no bolts on these, and they actually do stay on when you're flying, which is nice. Now let's talk about battery. If you're going to choose a battery for this GTB229 Finger Edition, you want to probably run something like a 550. I brought out only 450s, and with the way I fly, punching it a lot and going half throttle to up to about 80% throttle, like right here when I'm doing power loops, I would drain a battery in like 2 minutes flat. With the 1103 8500 kVs, it's quite hopped up on 2S. It feels like you're flying 3 to 4S on here. So I think that's mostly because of the power to weight ratio that we have with an ultralight frame in combination with the 1103 motors. Does that make any sense? The 1103 is one of my all-time favorite sort of micro brushless sweet spot motors. It's probably for this weight class series is going to give you the best punch out, the best power. But you can battery up a little bit. You want to go up to about a 550 or 600 milliamp, and you'll get that longer flight time in the 3 to 4 minute range if that's what you're looking for. And that's what I would be looking for if I was flying this on the regular. I like the GMB 450 to 550 series batteries. Those are some of my best micro brushless batteries. I'll try to put some links down below for those. So guys, how are you doing during this coronavirus pandemic that we're having? Are you at home? Are you staying in place like a lot of the authorities are telling us to do? Are you getting any flying in? Kind of wondering. I am definitely flying by myself today, and that sort of stay-at-home order is just about in place. So these videos are going to continue to happen, but we're going to probably do them from different locations, and I might have to, make some sacrifices to be able to get these videos done for you. I won't put my family in risk, though. I will definitely keep away from people while I'm flying. Coming up here through the next month, I want to keep you guys entertained, but this is a lot of entertainment for me. The GTB229 is really quite a nice quad, especially I feel like this is another one of those sleepers that didn't really get a lot of attention, because at the time when this came out, maybe a couple months ago now, right around Christmas time, there was a lot of micros coming out, and they all seemed to come out right before Christmas, and it was crazy. And this was just one of those ones that I didn't get a chance to get to yet, so I think this one has probably been discounted since then as well. I think it was quite a bit more expensive, and now they've dropped the price on this one. So you're getting a little more quad for a better price at this point. There's a lot of competition out there right now. If you're going to ask me, what should I buy, this one or the Tiny Hawk Race? The 2 Race came out, and this one has more freestyle capability and feeling to it. And you have the option to run 3S on here. I will tell you though, it needs a tune on 3S. It did give me vibes on the 3S. And you saw that video early. Only momentarily did I fly the 3S battery. It felt really punchy, but as soon as I hit about 40% throttle, the vibes came in. So I went back to 2S on this. And it's kind of hard to believe that this little guy is flying this fast on 2S. It's actually quite fast on 2S. And that's one of the first things that I noticed about it. Aside from great video, a great VTX on here, that's a good combo from Diatone. And most of the time, if you're new to the hobby, Diatone usually brings good components to the table when they do a build. It's not just kind of like fly-by-night type parts that Diatone puts on their stuff. It's always a good medium to high quality stuff. Even the bolts are better than your typical E-Sheen stuff on this frame. They're really machined quite well. They have beveled heads on them, and I've never had a Diatone bolt to strip on me. So if you go to work on this, it has 2mm bolts on the bottom of the frame, and it's really quite nice hardware. I love the Diatone hardware. A lot of times when I get a quad in, I'm saving the hardware because they always give you all those extra bolts in the pack, which is really nice. And this one came with a variety of different size bolts in case you lose one. Because a lot of times we're, just happen to be working on it and you lose a bolt on the floor, and it's extremely hard to find because they're black and they're tiny. But this is a good smaller field flyer. If you're looking for something, I'm gonna try to take this gap right here. Yes, let's do that. Nice. I'm lucky I made it through that one. But if you're looking for something smaller and quiet and something literally you could fly out of your front yard, this is one of those. It's not super loud. I think if everybody's quarantined from the coronavirus right now, you wouldn't disturb your neighbors with this one. They're not going to be hearing it inside their house like they would a typical 5-inch quad. And right there, I found a ghost branch. Tried to make that gap, that familiar gap, but I came at a kind of weird angle. And around this tree right here, back down the sidewalk. Flying nice and low. And again, it's just so fast for how small this little guy is. I feel like it's a little bit faster than the Tiny Hawk 2 Race on 2S. It's kind of amazing. 8,500 kV is no joke. It's sort of got... There we go. Big loop. Going for a big high loop. And almost didn't make. I wanted to try to go between those 2 trees right there, but I'm going to try not to destroy anything on this quad today because I want to keep this one in my collection. This is going to be the one of those quads that I keep. Exploring some new lines. Going to try to go through here. Never been through here before. Let's try to do this one. Just skirting through those trees. And that has to do with the RunCam Nano 2 right there. That is because I can actually see the branches with this camera. And I reviewed other quads recently that didn't have this camera, and all the other companies out there heard the reviewers talking about the RunCam Nano 2, and they all started including it on their micros. Because there were some cheapy DP cameras out there recently on some other companies which we won't name, but they have since then switched over to the 2 and the 3 now underneath the van. Thank God I made that, because that would have been a broken camera. I hit the side of my van the other day, and it's solid steel, like the old school American-made trucks and cars, heavy duty, and I broke a canopy. Clean in half. Another review that I have coming up for you. Pretty good smacks in the side of that van. I'm sure there's a few dents on the bottom of that van by now from carbon fiber quads hitting it full speed. But that's what it's for. We go out to fly and have fun. So I appreciate you guys coming out with me today again and flying, and sort of hopefully this entertains you a little bit, gets you out of your house, so to speak. But as we take a look at this new quad, new to me, in the past week since I've been flying it. But I like the frame. I like the Fingers Edition, kind of an oddball type of frame out there. They don't make a lot of sort of themed frames like this. The TPU canopy is great. They borrowed that from the Cube series. And I actually do like this frame better than that sort of square sandwich frame. The little hands on the bottom are kind of cute. And this one is going to be more durable. I feel like this one's going to be way more durable. It has good frame structure on here. I'd like to see that they did another frame support on both arms, but I know they lightened it up. So I'm going to give this one 2 thumbs up, guys. And I'm going to say this one's a safe and easy buy. I'll try to put a coupon code below too so you can save some money. Guys, take care. Be well. I'll see you on the next one.